The year was 1999, and East Timor, a small island in Southeast Asia, was on the brink of catastrophe. A brutal conflict had erupted following a referendum in which the Timorese people voted overwhelmingly for independence from Indonesia. The violence that followed was devastating. Ruthless militia groups, backed by the Indonesian military, launched a campaign of terror against the East Timorese population. Amidst this chaos, ASIS, Australia's elite intelligence agency, was thrust into a critical role. The operation that emerged from this crisis is known simply as the Timor-Leste operations. It was an intense, multifaceted mission designed to gather intelligence, provide humanitarian aid, and support Australian and international peacekeeping forces during the tumultuous period leading up to and after East Timor's declaration of independence. ASIS's first priority was to assess the security situation and determine how best to support Australian nationals in the region. With the violence escalating, there was a clear and immediate need for intelligence on militia movements, Indonesian military activities, and the situation on the ground. Agents were deployed into the conflict zone to gather first-hand intelligence and assess the capacity of the militias who were systematically attacking civilians. Operating under extreme secrecy and within a high-risk environment, ASIS agents worked alongside Australian diplomats, military personnel, and humanitarian organizations to ensure that Australian interests were protected. The agents gathered valuable intelligence on militia activity, enabling Australian forces to prepare for the deployment of peacekeepers in East Timor and to devise strategies to evacuate civilians from harm's way. In addition to traditional intelligence gathering, ASIS played a critical role in assisting with the logistics and coordination of humanitarian aid to the millions of displaced Timorese. While the agency is typically associated with covert operations, the Timor-Leste operations showed the versatility of ASIS's role. The agency worked behind the scenes to ensure that vital supplies were delivered to areas ravaged by violence, often at great personal risk to the agents involved. The mission also saw ASIS operatives engaging in diplomatic efforts, working with foreign intelligence agencies, including the United Nations and international peacekeeping forces, to ensure that Australia's position was clear and that the country's interests were represented in peace negotiations. ASIS agents helped identify key militia leaders, providing the intelligence needed to neutralize their efforts and restore order to the region. One of the most significant aspects of the Timor-Leste operations was its impact on the larger international response to the conflict. Australia's efforts, spearheaded in part by ASIS, were instrumental in the deployment of an Australian-led multinational peacekeeping force. This force would help maintain order, prevent further violence, and provide support to the fledgling Timorese government as it began the long road to rebuilding its nation. ASIS's role in East Timor was one that remained largely behind the scenes. However, the agency's contribution to intelligence gathering, peacekeeping coordination, and humanitarian support was a vital part of Australia's involvement in the region. The Timor-Leste operations proved that intelligence agencies are not just engaged in espionage, but also play a key role in supporting peace, stability, and the protection of vulnerable populations. The success of the mission is a testament to the dedication and professionalism of ASIS agents. Their quiet but crucial contributions helped shape the outcome of one of the most significant humanitarian crises of the late 20th century, and the Timor-Leste operations continue to be remembered as a defining moment for Australia's intelligence services.